So before we start, we can all take a deep breath and imagine ourselves in our gardens. And I'm Garima. I'm an artist, and I just always had this dream of having like a forest in my backyard and chickens running in my kitchen. So I've never had a garden, but last summer, my genius husband figured out how we can grow a vertical garden in this little sliver of a space in our house. And that's my daughter eating strawberries from our vertical garden. Um, so everything I cook, I have this little pot in my kitchen and a big container where I just put it in the garden, add some soil, and that's my composting magical soil solution. So pretty simple. I used to hate plastic bottles. Now I love plastic bottles because you just take the top off, you can start sprouting things and growing things, make self watering containers. And I just made an upside down tomato planter. So I used to go to Marks and Spencer to get the extra spoons and forks to label my things, but now yogurt pots. It's amazing what solutions you can find when you have nowhere to go and lots of things lying around. So just cut them up and plug away. So being inherently quite lazy, I'm always looking for two pots that fit into each other, and one has holes. So I water it, and they become self-watering pots. So for a week, I don't need to water them. I put holes in bottles and put them in my garden. Since I couldn't get seeds, I decided to raid my pantry, and these are spices which actually have edible leaves. And I thought, wow, there's like fennel and coriander, fenugreek, mustard, and in 2 weeks they're already growing, and we're harvesting them in salads. And um, sprouts is the easiest thing you can grow. Just take a bottle, soak the seeds. Next day, just wash it out. In a couple of days, you'll have fresh sprouts at home. I thought everybody knew that, but Sarah said, "Wow, I didn't know you could do that." So I thought, okay, that's something I could talk about. Chickpeas, peas, everything that's in your pantry, just soak it. It's already growing. In India, we eat the green peas. It's called cholia, and you can eat the leaves, and it's really, really delicious. So my daughter walks around eating all these things in the garden. Spring onions, you just cut the top off and put the bottoms in a jar, and they grow and grow, and you never need to buy them again. So just simple things. Whenever you're cooking, everything you have really you can just plant in your garden. And I just planted a bunch of garlic. Just the pointy bits have to be on the top. You put it in the ground. You can eat the leaves, or you can put it on a glass of water and let the roots grow, and then you can just take it apart and put in the garden. And same with ginger. Just there are these little knobs all over the ginger. You just plant it. You can put the leaves in stews, soups. I mean, it's amazing that, I didn't even think of these things last year because I could go to a nursery and buy seeds and pluck plants. But now I just look around my garden, my kitchen. So here's potato. This was a fun experiment. You can just put the potatoes to chit, and then which means they start growing these eyes, and then you can grow them in a pot and keep layering soil on them as the plant grows, and then it's ready to harvest once it flowers. I couldn't find any tomato plants or seeds, so I just cut up some tomatoes and put them in the pot, and I already have seedlings. So I'm looking forward to a ton of tomatoes that my daughter can just walk around and eat um, in the garden. And same for peppers. You'll never look at a pepper the same way again, because the minute you cut it, that's a treasure trove of seeds waiting to be planted, and you can have all kind of like peppers in your garden to eat. Um, so just a matter of a different perspective on what you think is ordinary. And Carrots, the tops are fantastic. Just cut the tops, put them in a little bit of water, and then you can put them in the soil, and they're delicious. So avocado, we eat a ton of avocados, and although it's tropical, I just started, taking the peels off. It just dries up in a day or two, and put it in water, and in a few weeks, it splits, and the root and the shoot come out. It's a beautiful plant. Um, and mango, my daughter loves mangoes, and we just split the hard shell and we plant the inside, and we grew a ton of mangoes. We planted a lot, and they have to grow inside unless it's really warm outside. But it's just fun to see things grow from the things we eat every day. And herbs, so I always have these fantastic plastic bottles again with herbs. You just take the bottom leaves off and put them in water, and very soon they'll start growing roots, and then you can just replant them, so you don't need to. You'll always have herbs in your garden. And but I think the big question was why. And I really wanted my daughter to be able to grow things, to go out, to play, to eat things, and grow up with this whole sensory experience of being in nature. And it's a fun thing we do together. And also, I think for me, it's the potential of a seed, just becoming these beautiful, beautiful plants. And I mean, that's something which is sort of what life is about, especially in these times. So just the outcome is just go for it. Just whatever you say, grow it. So thank you.